Welcome to Dan Brown's universe.
It is time for an update on the war against Addison.
War update.
Things are going very well. Slowly but surely, we are making progress. Looking into Addison's eyes, I have seen fear. A fear that tells me that we are close. Soon, if all goes as planned, Addison's wrist-strong band will be ours. For more details, I send you over to General David.
Thanks, Dan. We haven't turned any corners, and there's definitely no light at the end of the tunnel. The progress that we've made, while real, is fragile and is reversible. Let me take you now to our war board. We have pockets of Brownie resistance to Addison forming all over the world. Our iPod is doing very well in Russia. Seems Mr. Potato Head has decided to crush Australia. Diane has completely secured the West Coast. And for some reason there's a goat in South America. The main problem we're facing now is that Addison's supporters are everywhere. At this rate, the war effort could take a very long time. What we need to ensure a timely completion of our mission is more troops.
So what you're saying is we need a surge?
Oh yeah.
You heard the man. We are making progress, but not quickly enough. We need you to send as many hate mail messages to Addison as you possibly can. And if you haven't already, please create a recruitment video for the elite tier of my army, the Brownies. It's time to put an end to this tomfoolery. It's time for a surge. Let's go to some mail.
It's time for mail.
I recently received a message from Alan in Argentina, which says, Dan, do you believe that the world will finish in 2012? Now I just want to say here, Alan is not alone in his concern. I've received many messages from people who are just freaking out for some reason because they think that the world's going to end in 2012. Apparently, the ancient Mayan calendar ends or something on December 21st, 2012. Whatever. AD 1000. People were positive that as soon as there were 4 digits in their year, that it was over. People stopped taking care of their crops, they stopped taking care of their kids, and then year 1000 rolls along and nothing happened. In the year 1666, people were certain that it was going to be over. It was 666. I mean, that's the number of the beast. It's over. Gone. No more Earth. Gotta be done. And actually, nothing happened. Okay, actually, something happened. It was the year that the bubonic plague hit. Like 100,000 people died in Europe. I mean, really crappy, but the world didn't end. Halley's Comet, when it went over Earth in 1910, people said, oh, it's a sign of the end. The Lord is going to crush the Earth. And we're still here. In 1982, there was some hubbub about the planets were supposed to align, was going to throw off the gravitational pull of the universe, and because all of them were in a line, they were all going to pull on each other, and we were going to go out of orbit, and the temperature of everything was going to get thrown off, and the world would end. And it didn't. The year 2000 certainly spelled the end of mankind on Earth. If the hundreds upon hundreds of doomsday predictions for the year 2000 weren't going to get us, you know, Y2K would, wouldn't it? It didn't. So, do I believe that the world will end in 2012? Well, given the wonderful track record of past doomsday predictions, I'm going to have to say no. Over the course of history, there have literally been thousands of predictions by various groups or cults or people or civilizations of the end of the world. Frankly, the world is still here. I understand completely why this is caught on. What we don't know scares us. What scares us we tend to speculate about. And when we speculate about something, we tend to have fun. I mean, not like fun like, woo, water slide or roller coaster fun. No, not that sort of fun, but fun like, you know, horror movie fun. Like, oh, look at that person getting stabbed. If I don't laugh about it, I cry about it. Nobody knows when the world is going to end. I don't know. You don't know. And the ancient Mayans sure didn't know. The only thing that we do know is that eventually the world will end. But to try to predict when is just kind of silly. The world could end right now, or right now, or now. But see, it didn't. The world could end on December 21st, 2012. But I'm going to go off on a limb here and say that it won't. Sure, the ancient Mayans were a wonderfully great, fantastically successful society, but I don't think that they had the magical power to see into the future. Here's what I think happened. They were probably writing the calendar, thousands and thousands of years of dates, and they were writing and they said, geez, I'm tired of this. I'm not going to be alive in 2012, let's just stop here. And that was the end of it, and now people are looking back at it and saying, oh my god, they stopped writing in 2012, the world is going to end. So Alan, let me be blunt. The world is not going to end in 2012. The beauty of this answer, though, is that I can't be wrong. I mean, I can be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong, but if I am wrong, it doesn't matter. If I'm wrong, then we're all gonna die, and no one's gonna be here to know it anyway. If you have a question that you'd like to hear my answer to, please send an email to danbrownuniverse@gmail.com.
Interesting viewer.
This week's interesting viewer is YouTube username Event Horizon 5. Now, Event Horizon 5 has many interesting skills that could be very useful to the Brownie Army. He is in college studying photonics engineering technology. Basically, he makes lasers. Here's a clip of some of the stuff his lasers can do.
Okay, that was cool. That was friggin' awesome.
That was cool. That was friggin' awesome. Event Horizon, because of your sweet ability to make awesome lasers, I declare you Chief Weapons Technician for the Brownies and promote you to the rank of Commander. If you would like to be an interesting viewer, please send me an email to danbrownuniverse@gmail.com, including a brief description of what makes you interesting and some pictures or video. Before we go, I just want to remind you that we are having a surge. What that basically means is that we need to, like, double or quadruple our efforts. If you have not already sent Addison a hate-filled message to hatemailforaddison@gmail.com, I'm going to order... I don't like ordering my viewers to do things, but in this case I feel like it's necessary. I'm going to order you to send Addison a hate mail message. Also, if you have not yet made a recruitment video for the elite tier of my army, the Brownies, I would like you to do that too. I'll see you next week. Whoa, God. I set up the shot and then I kick the camera.